channel. I am covering up the damn thing with my finger. How is everybody doing? I just thought I'd come back and say hello. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I know there's been a couple of requests. I've just been so busy with Thanksgiving. It's like a really crazy time sometimes. Sometimes some years are not. Some years people really want to bake for their families, and I guess it just trends that way. But I think everybody's sick of baking. They're done with it. So I've been really busy. I don't know. I made a lot of apple pies, a lot of pumpkin pies. I made really cool pumpkin pies this year. I made two different types. I made a dulce de leche pumpkin pie. Actually, it had horchata in it as well. Rum chata pumpkin pie, and dulce de leche pumpkin pies. And then also I did fireball pumpkin pies, as well as white sweet potato pies with fireball as well. And what was the other pie that I did? Oh, I did blueberry cream pies this year, and blackberry cream pies, which were and black bottom chocolate pudding pies as well. That was another big deal. They're so good. I know I keep saying I'm sorry. I'm really seriously going to get a camera. For Christmas, that's what I want for Christmas. So my husband's like, we'll get you a nice little GoPro and you'll have your little camera. And this way, I need it anyway. I actually should get it next week because I have an upcoming class. But then I thought if I get a tripod for my iPad, maybe that'll work. I don't know. We'll see. I really want to be able to show you guys what I do. I don't know that it's magic, but it's good and I love it. It's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun cooking. I cook and bake every single day. Everything I do is from scratch, pretty much. I mean, I cheat when I can. Believe me. I mean, I cheat in the way of sometimes I have to I buy Duff or puff pastry. It's like $10 a sheet. I mean, so it's real butter puff pastry. It's pretty damn expensive, but it's so good. And I don't have time to roll laminate doughs. I guess I make a big deal out of it, but I have other things that I need to do. And so, they take time because you have to do them in stages. So you have to make a beurre Meunier, which is butter and flour, and it's got to be equal parts. And then you've got to put that into the freezer to get frozen. And then you have to add that frozen dough to your dough after it semi-thaws, and then you've got to wait to bookend it and roll it. Bookending means placing it upon itself and rolling it, because the more layers of butter and flour you get, as the butter steams, it pushes up the dough, and that's what creates those layers in a croissant. And there should be, I believe, 1,001. I think it's 1,001, something like that. So I should know, being that I'm a chef, but I know it's a lot of layers. If you get a successful batch, being as the amount of times that you roll and add the butter. And usually a good puff pastry has an application of 3 of those butters. That's what I was taught, at least, by French chefs. So everybody makes their puff pastry different. And it's very similar to Danish dough. Puff pastry and Danish dough are pretty similar. Although out of the two, I prefer Danish dough. Sorry, France, but Denmark's got it on you that way, I think. And I really think that the croissant is a noble pastry for sure. And it's absolutely delicious and decadent when it's done right. But a puff pastry is nice, but Danish dough is denser and flakier and butterier, to me. I don't know. I mean, at least the ones that I've had in Copenhagen have been so incredible. And the time I made a couple of batches in my life because I love Danish, I had good success with it, but it's a labor of love. Anyway, I ramble on. Now, I have not really made videos about who lately, because I try to keep her out of my mind, but I can't keep her out of my mind. And I'm really amazed that a person can get on the scale and say that they've only gained 3 pounds or 2.5. Oh no, a pound and not even 3.5 pounds. I think 2 pounds, not even, a little under 2 pounds. And really, strangely, I don't know. Maybe she just hides her weight really well. But I don't think so. Her sizes keep going up in her clothing. And I mean, listen, I never bullshit about I don't do that. I mean, look, I've gained weight. I'm back up to 284. And it bothers me. It bothers me a lot because I was down to 240. And it's a problem, but it's the holidays and I like to eat. I bake beautiful things, and that's not my path. I don't claim to be a weight loss channel. I'm not that, but I'm not going to sit here and stuff my face either. And, potentially trigger somebody to do something really awful, as like eat themselves into a fury or whatever. But I order from Torrid as well, and I will tell you, I am 5'4" and a half. I say I'm 5'5", but I'm 5'4" and a half. I don't know why that half throws me. I just say 5'5" all the time. I don't know. But I'm 5'4" and a half, and I am 284. Now, I carry my weight maybe a little bit differently than Chantal does. I have a lot of it in my face. I have always had this, and it's a bone of contention. And when I see her doing this, I think people are going to know, because, you can see that you still have a fat face. I mean, what is the big deal? You own it, so just own it, right? You got to rock the truth. It is where you are. You can't hide. It's just like buying clothes that don't fit you. I mean, why do that? You're going to have a closet full of shit that you're most likely never going to wear, because you're going up the scale and not down. I don't care what anybody says. And I'm about to prove her point, because like I said, I am the weight that I am now. And she says that she's only 393. Is that what she said? No, I'm sorry, 398. No, she weighs 300. Yeah, I think she's still under 400 pounds. Is that what she's saying? Or maybe she's 401 or 402 or something like that. Whatever. To me, I think it's higher than that, because look at Amber. Amber is 500 and change, almost 600 pounds, and she's wearing size 5s as well. And I may be wrong. I think she's a little bit taller than Foodie Beauty. I'm not sure. But something doesn't add up. Something's not adding up, because I wear a 3 in Torrid, sometimes a 4. And I can't imagine. And I have a sweater. I mean, it's actually a sweater, like kind of a fitted ruched sweater, and it's a 4, and it's a little bit tight on me. And like I said, I'm under 300 pounds. And I think Foodie Beauty and I are pretty much the same height. And maybe she's like 5'1" or 5. Well, I don't know. Maybe she's shorter than me. It doesn't make sense that she would wear the size that she's wearing. I think she needs to be wearing a 6 anyway. Those clothes, the last haul that she did, that little sequin dress was bad on a lot of levels. One, I agree with her. She really needed to belt up underneath her bust to show she had some form or figure, even though it looked Easter eggish to me. But the worst part about it was it made her neck look even that much shorter. I mean, I always try to wear a V-neck to, I naturally have a short neck. I don't have a long neck. I don't have a graceful swan neck. So I've always had a fat neck. And so I try to accentuate it by wearing V-necks. When I was skinnier, I wore very low plunging V-neck lines. And, I was fortunate enough to always have a pretty good bust. So I didn't worry about anything looking bad down there. But, now I'm 51. I mean, I don't do that. I don't go rocking without a bra or anything like that ever. I think she would look so great in, like how people from Pakistan and India wear those long tunics. I think she would look really great in, like, and really stylish too. You could really rock a look in that. I mean, I've done it. I wear it myself. I wear rolled up jeggings with really cool shoes and a long tunic top with a scarf. I try to take away from my stomach area, because that's where I carry all of my weight, in the front of my stomach too, not even in the back. I don't have a lot of back fat. I don't have like hammy arms. I'm starting to get on my right arm, which bothers me, a little ham fold there. And plus I'm getting older. My skin is changing. A lot goes on when you age that you don't realize. And for all of her saying, I mean, how old is she now? She's 36 or 37. Jesus. I mean, once you hit 40, you're 50. Seriously, it goes that fast. And really, if your claim to fame is that your facial skin looks great at 36, good, keep it up. But if you are going to continue to eat like shit, your skin is going to look like shit. I mean, you know, she's looking pretty haggard lately. She's looking pretty haggard. And I think that the more defiant she is about it, the more it's going to hurt her in the end. And I say this because my husband just called me this morning and said that the executive chef at his hotel tested positive for COVID, and now he's waiting to take a test. So that means if he tests positive, I'll have to go take a test. That means my mom, my 88-year-old mom, will have to go take a test, and that makes me sick. I'm like devastated because we've been so careful about, going out. We always wear our masks. We always disinfect everything. Sergey wears a face mask at work. He's an executive engineer at a hotel, or the chief engineer at a major hotel in Savannah, and what can you do? I mean, you're around people. I don't know. It's a very, very scary thing. So to say that you should get in the car and schlep to these places for shitty food, I'm sorry. I don't know. Whatever. You can tout all you want about the food that you eat, but it's shit. It's all shitty, disgusting food. I'm sorry. I'm from a culinary capital. I've been to Montreal. The food is delicious. Does it compare to New York? No. It doesn't compare to New York City. It doesn't compare to San Francisco. It doesn't compare to Chicago even. There are many places in this world. I mean, granted, I do like the fact that she goes ethnic. I wish that she would go ethnic more. And I wish that she would do ethnic comfort food and create it at home. Just, take a country, rip it apart, find out what the comfort food is in the north, the south, the east, and the west, and do a sweet and a savory, and make a meal of it. Have a meal of it. Have your dinner, maybe do a little appetizer, a little main course, and some form of salad or vegetable, and have a little bit of a dessert. It's okay if she does things like that. But the problem with her is she does it every day, and I don't care what the fuck she says. She's saying that she's only doing this once in a while or whatever, once every... I'm having my... today they didn't have... I go to Jim and Nick's. My husband loves the barbecue from there. I got pulled pork for dinner. We usually have it with... I make a beautiful salad, and we just have some pulled pork. He's not into, barbecue sauce, and neither am I, but the pork is really quite lovely. And it's not fatty. Their brisket is, but brisket's always fatty. But I always have to stop and get myself an unsweetened tea with shit tons of lemon. But to my dismay, they were out of lemon, so I got a Diet Coke. I try not to do it, but I figure once every couple of days is okay. Now I think that for the holidays, she really could do a good Vlogmas. I mean, she's off to a good start. I love the light show stuff, and I really love her torrid hauls. I think that bra really fit her well. I was envious because I'm very wide. And like I said, I carry all my weight in my stomach, and I'm a 48C. That's my bra size. And so 48 or 50. Sometimes I wear a 50 in my cup size, but I've always been wide ever since I was a kid. I remember when I was going to my junior prom, I was 135 pounds. And I had my gown had to be taken out. It was a size 16, not because of my titties were probably a B cup back then. Maybe an A, a full A, B. I had small titties when I was skinnier, I guess. But my bust was never really huge. But just really, I have heavy breasts. I don't have little skinny mini, nothing skinny mini on the front of me. That is for damn sure. Not even my little chubby little Sazichi pinky over here. I don't know. I can't even imagine that I had to have a gown taken out, a size 16, and they were scrambling they had to take panels from the dress on the bottom and put it on the back because I wore strapless. It was like, it was the 1980s. I wore like a magenta and black lace corset dress to my junior prom. And I think I had it on for all of like 10 minutes. And then I switched into like something even more crazy. I used to wear a lot of vintage clothing when I was younger. And I remember my date was gayer than gay. And I remember I tried to like switch him. I wanted to switch him. And he wanted nothing. Well, I mean, we fooled around, but I think he just passed out on me because he was like, wait a second, she doesn't have a dick. I mean, it was like kind of like that. But, and I loved him. I cried. I was devastated. I wanted to like get laid on my prom and it didn't happen. It was really pathetic. I remember we got so wasted and we were uptown Manhattan trying to go to some club, and my date fell in a pile of trash wearing like a $5,000 tuxedo at the time, like an Armani tuxedo, passed out in the garbage. It was pretty bad. I mean, we got really drunk. Probably we should be dead, but when you're young, I guess you bounce on back. But the next morning was kind of awkward. But anyway, I digress. I really think, she should do more tour halls and really kind of, the sad part is even though she's a bitch, like, she's total biatch, but she is a fun biatch. She could be a funny, fun biatch. And even if she's making her shit up, like these stories, I could tell you guys stories too. I don't know if I want to. I mean, my stories are probably way more tawdry than hers. And mine are true, sadly. Anybody who knows me, I mean, I may have the face of an angel, but I have the mind of a hoe, for sure. What is it? I'm nice on the streets. Wait, I'm a cat in the sheets and nice on the streets, or what is it? Nice, an angel on the street, a hoe in the sheets. I don't know. I'm kind of crazy. I was really wild in my youth, and I really, really kind of exploited my own sexuality. It was really bad. I think because I was always the girl who didn't look like I was, would even have the kind of get up and go I have, or I don't know. I kind of got passed over. I was always like somebody's secret. That's what I was. I was always somebody's secret because I had the reputation of being chubby from when I was a kid. My teenage years, I was not chubby, but from the time I started gaining weight when I was maybe 4 or 5. I was a chub, not fat. Always skinny arms, skinny legs, but always a round belly, like a pumpkin with toothpicks stuck in it. And I had a flat ass, a big square flat ass, typical whitey. I grew up. I started to get curves when I was about 9 or 10. And then I got real skinny and really skinny. I mean, I was super skinny. So I had been called fat my whole childhood life. I mean, I had rocks thrown at me, my hair pulled, I was beaten up for being fat. I was always called, Peachikini Nobarini or Meatball Nobarini. It was just what I was called back then. And it was hard. It was hard growing up. But you know what? I was always very funny. And so I kind of really created myself into a character and became the funniest person anybody knew rather than the fattest person anybody knew. I didn't want to feel sorry for myself, and I wasn't going to let that get to me. I just wasn't going to let that get to me because I always knew that if I lost weight, I would be one of them, right? I would be one of them. And I was lucky enough to be pretty popular. I've always been pretty popular. Now I'm a hermit. I don't like anybody, but when I was younger, I was very outgoing, extremely outgoing. And I loved people. I guess I still love people to some extent, but not like I used to. I think after 7 years of doing farmers markets, believe me, people suck. They suck ass. It's bad. And I've always been in food service and service. I'm an indentured slave is what I am. I've always been that. It's in my genes. I guess it's what I come from. I don't know. But I've always been in that realm. And now that I'm not, well, I am, but I'm not on the same level. I've become more reserved. And people, as you get older, you realize so many people fail you and you fail so many people at the same time. But it is the way of the world. And I think when you get older, you have to kind of have your close allies, and that's it. You know, there are people who have been there since the beginning of time, and they'll be there after. They'll be there again and again and again. Those are your people, your tribe, your aspen trees, your giants, your pillars of salt. Those are the people who will walk through fire for you and you the same, and you don't even know why, yeah, I don't even know where I'm like, I'm on a tangent today. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just so happy to say hello, and I don't want you guys to forget me. I know my channel's a bust. I mean, no one even subscribes. Like, people leave me these messages like, your channel's the best. I don't understand why nobody knows who you are, because I'm a nobody. I'm not relevant. I guess I'm not relevant, right? And I'm not somebody to talk about yet. Maybe in a few years people will discover who I am. I don't know. I discover a lot of people every day. Like, I am obsessed with Jasmine, the sequel. I get her. I watch Jasmine. If you ever tune in to me, I don't know that you would. I mean, I'm like a loser, but and I don't want to get too involved with my obsession for foodie beauty. Like, I understand we all have it right now because we're all like shaking our heads like, what the fuck, girl? You're killing yourself. And I just, it's amazing to know that someone can look in the camera, like straight up look in the camera and completely be like, I don't have a food addiction anymore. You're a fucking lie. You're a lie. Your food addiction is completely out of hand. And your enabler, Pete's, he even looks sick of it. He looks like he watches, I don't know, when you're doing your editing, you've got to see the look on his face. And, you're kind of looking for his validation of you committing a crime to yourself. It's like when you sneak his food, which I'm sure you do quite often. And, this whole thing about you eating, like, your fucking oatmeal or your bran flakes and your watermelon juice. Watermelon juice is loaded with sugar, just letting you know. It's like 90% sugar. It's like really saturated in sugar and carbs and sugar. I mean, it's really lovely to eat watermelon. It's very healthy for you, but to have it every day, I disagree. I don't think you need it every day. I mean, you should be eating apples. If you want to eat a fruit every day, have apples. Apples, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. It's true. Apples help you keep more regulated with you not having a gallbladder. It'll help give you some more fiber so that you can actually shit well, not wet, which I'm sure you do all the time. Because that's what happens when you don't have a gallbladder. And also too, the amount of fat that you consume, is just bewildering. It's bewildering. And the sodium and the fat. So Jasmine, I totally get it. I mean, I eat healthy too. Okay, so this month I've been really bad because, I make certain things that I crave every year. There are things that they're not junk foods. You know what I mean? These are I love piadina, so I'll break down, I'll make piadina, which are like Italian quesadillas, I guess. That's the only way I can describe them. But I make mine with a potato starch, and they're just silky, fluffy, crispy, very light. I'll do them with speck and burrata. I do them with salsiccia and a little bit of broccoli rabe, and anchovy. I make lots of different types of them, and they're delicious, and I break down, and I have a couple. I also have Puerto Rican in my family, so pasteles are a big deal. Gotta have some roasted pork, gotta have some pasteles, gotta have some avocado salad, some bacala salads, some bacalaitos. I mean, I get down and dirty. And then now for Christmas, I'll make a torta di patate. I don't eat the whole thing. I mean, these aren't things that I I don't sit there and eat whole things, but I'm adding to my calorie count. I try to do 1,200 calories a day. Sometimes I go up to 1,500 when I'm being really strict. But I'm definitely consuming around 3,000 calories, a day or more. When if we went for Indian food and I had chicken korma. No one's going to tell me that. And I take half of it home, but I had 2 pieces of naan. And that's fattening. It's fattening. It adds to, if I'm doing 12 to 1,500 calories for the day, and then I go and I have that for dinner, it's got to be pushing it up to almost 2,500, 3,000 calories, And then my husband buys all of this really expensive chocolate from Germany and from France and from Belgium. He orders this stuff. It's really elaborate, special chocolate. He loves good chocolate. I'm not a chocolate lover, but there's certain ones that I don't say no to. I love anything with marzipan. I love anything with pistachios. I love anything with orange peel. So I'm a goner this time of year. But I try to limit. I feel like if I'm eating 3,000 calories 2 or 3 times a week, I don't feel so bad. I never allow myself to go beyond a certain point. I just won't do it. I will have a slice of pizza, but that's it. I have a slice of pizza and I eat a lot of salad with it. And I make my own pizza, so I can see how much cheese I'm using. I don't always use burrata or mozzarella di bufala. Sometimes I do use straight up, old school, grate your own block of Polly-O. For pizza, you want less moisture. And fresh cheeses have a lot of moisture to them sometimes, so they'll make your crust soggy. It's nice to put it on as an afterthought, basically. But I try to stay away from wet cheeses. I like drier cheese. I eat a lot of Pecorino Romano, and I eat a lot of Parmigiano Reggiano. I'm Northern Italian. And that shaky can, that shit's gotta stop. The shaky can makes me want, I think I might need Valium. It makes me want to drink. When she shakes that fucking can every 5 seconds over that pasta, I am like, girl, stop. What is the need? Why? And that tells me that the pasta sucks. It has no flavor, or you're so used to over salting your food that the only reason why you're doing that is because it's salty. Or is it the texture? Because the shit has no flavor. It tastes like, I don't even know what it tastes like. I don't want to know what it tastes like. I don't know. I've only had it when I was at summer camp, and I was like, it tastes like fucking sand. It's disgusting. Reggiano, I like to shave my Reggiano, like Jasmine was saying, because you get the crystals, the milk crystals of the cheese are still in there. Like when you get good Gouda, some people say, ooh, I made these gorgeous. See, that's this is the remnants of a cake I made this morning for one of my clients. I make these blueberry sugar cakes. They're it's like a morning cake. It's blueberries on the bottom, then you pour the batter over the top, and then you put more blueberries on top, but you indent it, and then you put a sugar. You take sugar and cinnamon, a lot of it, and mix it together, and you pour it over the top, like crystallizing sugar, and then you bake it so it gets this crispy, crunchy top on. Oh, it's so good. It's really a lovely cake, and a very moist, buttery blueberry cake. So that's the remnants of I used brown sugar, and that's on my finger from today. Anyway, this is a really long video. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to take up too much of your time. I know that, most people don't watch all that I have to say, and I don't want to put a header like, yo, let's talk about foodie beauty, but it's the only way people will watch my videos. It's really sad. I don't know. It's like, what kind of information are you searching for that isn't already out there? It's everything that is out there is like people like us that have no life, and we're just analyzing somebody else's life. Life will go on with or without her, right? But she's entertaining. She really is entertaining. If she got her shit together if she really stopped feeling sorry for herself and kicked her own ass and stopped being lazy, she could really, like I said, I've said it in my other videos, she has something. She definitely, even Nick Avocado had it. He lost it. I don't know where it's at now. He's completely fucking lost. I don't know what the deal is there. I mean, I understand they got, okay, so they're moving out of their apartment, basically. So they came up with this idea that Nick would leave Orland, whatever, and go stay at this, like, you know, this Comfort Inn, or whatever the hell he's staying in, you know, extended stay hotel thing, while, I guess, Orland packs up the house because Nick is too lazy and fat. And then they're moving somewhere else. I have a feeling that he's in Jacksonville or in Tampa, because he said he was close to a Jollibee, and there's one in Tampa near his old crony or supposed enemy, Cosmic Carrie. She lives over there, and she can say I'm doxing her, but she said where she lives. I don't know where she lives in that area, and I don't give a fuck, because that's crazy. That is some crazy fucking human being over there. Jacksonville, because Jacksonville has the same, Jacksonville has the only other Jollibee. There's a Jollibee in Tampa and one in Jacksonville, because I've been to the one in Jacksonville, and it's disgusting. I don't know how people claim it's the best chicken. Well, I don't know. I don't eat fried chicken, and I think it's disgusting. Even to smell it, it makes me sick. And I've had Jollibee. We had a Jollibee in San Francisco like 20 years ago. Jollibee's been around. It's just that Anthony Bourdain made it famous when he went there and exclaimed, you know, that he had found God while eating that disgusting pasta. That, sorry, excuse. Ugh, it's disgusting. Not one Italian would ever eat that and say yum. There's no yum involved in that. That is like white folk food. Disgusting. Non-Italian, I'll just say. It's gross. And the fried chicken, to me, I mean, I took a bite out of it. I didn't get much out of it. But everybody else on YouTube always says, oh, it's the best shit ever. It's the best shit ever. And the hamburgers look disgusting to me, as well as, like, even that peach mango pie looks disgusting. I mean, I wouldn't do it. But I can tell you this much. There's better food out there in the world. I mean, people say Church's fried chicken is better. I don't know. I don't touch that. I don't touch any of that shit. Bojangles, Popeyes, you can be the shiznit for you, but it gives you the shiznits, and I'm not into that. And I just feel like there's better ways to have chicken. I think that, like, there's a place, Nando's. They're in London, and I think they're in Canada. We don't have it here. They make this peri-peri chicken. It's very good. The grilled chicken is very, very good. It's a Portuguese style restaurant. Grilled chicken's always better. And I think Pollo Tropical has good chicken too. But I don't know. It's too greasy and disgusting. And just watching someone eat it makes me want to throw up. I can't take it. Driving to go eat that shit is ridiculous. And even when she ate it, when Foodie Beauty ate it, she did not love it. You know, because when she really loves something, you can tell. It's sort of like Emmy from Emmy Made in Japan. When she really loves something, she has a specific way of emoting about it, where, you know, others don't. So anyway, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think of it. And I will be making another video. Like I said, I'm really going to try to get some recipe in there for you. I'm doing this Zoom class. So again, like I said, this is a really big deal. I'm doing a Zoom class for 12 really dynamic women in New York. It's going to be a really great event. I'm doing 3 recipes, and we're just going to cook them all at the same time live. So I guess if that works, then maybe I'll do a live stream. I'll say what we're going to cook. It'll be something simple, maybe on a Friday night or something, and I'll try and live stream. But I don't want any money. Like, I'm not into that. So please, if I do a live stream, I'm not out to take anybody's money. You know, people are like, oh, put your address, put your P.O. box. I don't want that. You know what I want you to do? I want you to like and subscribe my channel. I want my channel to grow. I would like to get to 500 at some point, or 1,000, so I can get monetized. But I'm not going to do live streams and have money come in. And if there is money that does come in, I will make a pot, and we'll do a pot, and at the end of the month, or the end of when there's enough in there, if there's like $500, I will send out $100 to each person. I'll pick 5 people, maybe people who need that money, and do it that way. But as far as doing a live stream to make money, that's not who I am. I don't want that. And I know that, I watch these people give when they don't have themselves. They don't have to make their rent, and they're giving these people money. Like, why are you going to give them money? They're making shit tons of money. Like, why would you send Trisha Paytas anything? She doesn't need anything, or Nick Avocado, who never gives back to his people ever. He's never given back to his people, which I think he should. I think certain people, when they make a certain amount of money, they should give stuff back. Like, I have a bunch of makeup that I get from I order boxes. Like, I have Ipsy and I have Allure. And that's it. I just have Ipsy and Allure, and a lot of stuff comes in that I don't use, and I may have swatched it with a Q-tip, but that's it. And I don't know if anybody's interested in having those makeup palettes. Like, I don't wear eye makeup very well. I wear lipstick, and I wear eyeliner once in a blue moon, and I wear mascara, and I wear moisturizer. That's it. So a lot of stuff comes in that I don't use. If you guys want to do, a giveaway, you want me to do a giveaway, if we get to 500, I've even got the conspiracy palette if anybody wants it. I don't want it. I ordered it just to have it, and I don't really like it, to tell you the truth. So, I mean, it's something to do with Shane Dawson, but I just don't like it. I don't, where would I wear those colors? I'm too old, and I don't know. I'm not talented to put it on, but I have a bunch of palettes and a lot of different makeups that I don't use. I'd be more than happy to send out to someone who needs it, and will wear it, and enjoy it. So let me know if that's something you want me to do. Try to get to 500 and at least, 100 likes, a video. That would be really cool. It gives me reason to. I don't want to compete with other people. I want to be my own self. I don't know. I'm not out to ride the coattails of Chantal, but she's a fucking interesting character. She's like, I'm sorry, a train wreck is a train wreck. It's one of those things, And again, a shout out to Jasmine, and also a shout out to Kristen, Sauce Queen. I hope that you're doing well. I'm really worried about you. I offered you something, and I wish that you would just contact me. I don't know if I put my email. If I didn't, I'm going to send you my email. Just contact me, because I can help you with that stuff. And, we'll talk about that if you contact me. But I hope and pray that you're well. I'm sure that you will be. You're like a little kitty cat. You'll land on those paws. I know you will. I know you're probably hurting right now. Things are not going well, obviously, because where are you? I just hope and pray that your mental state is good, and that you are fighting whatever is holding you back from making videos, and that you'll come back and make a really cool video. And send my best to your family, especially your uncle. Love him, Big Daddy. I can't wait to see you guys make some videos in the future. But please be well. And Jasmine, you rock. I saw you with Charlie Gold. It was a really great. I'm not a fan of Charlie Gold. Sorry. I just see it from a different perspective. But, I don't disagree with everything she says. I think it's her delivery that I have an issue with, me personally. But I think you're the bee's knees, and I really want to exchange recipes with you. I have a recipe for you. It's for a pistachio rose chiffon cake. So, whatever. I think I Instagrammed you a while ago. I forget. Anyway, hope you all are getting ready and feeling Christmas spirit and being safe. I'll let you know about my status with COVID. I don't know yet. I don't know. My husband has not beeped in to say whether or not his test has come back negative or positive. So I don't know anything right now. Just say a prayer for me, please. I mean, my husband is my world. If anything, oh my God, I don't want to see him suffer or be sick in any way, shape, or form. He is just a godsend, and he's my tower, my lighthouse. He's the thing that gets me out of bed at 4 o'clock in the morning and keeps me going all day long. So love him. And if you could say a prayer, that would be really great. Anyway, I send you guys my love and my holiday spirit, and I'll talk to you real soon, okay? All right, hit that like and subscribe button, please. Thank you so much. Let's grow this channel. I want to do really cool things, and I'm sorry it's a 40-minute video. Holy shit. Bye.